Hi YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Good to see you again. Tomorrow is a new service on the bike, and I'm getting some new tyres and get source out some electronics that's been playing up on the bike. So I'm really excited. It's like Christmas Day again. So today, just hooning up to Chester, stay overnight with family, and then tomorrow the extra leg, then up to Manchester. I'll get back in one go, give you some good feedback on the new tyres. And if you stay to the end, I'm probably going to get clean down the bike because everywhere's full of grit and salt and whatever they've been putting out on the roads. It's thawing out, thankfully. But I'll give the bike a wash down and then really tell you how much the new tyres have cost, and then the feedback on that sort of 150 mile leg back on tarmac predominantly. So come along for the ride, and hope you're as excited as me. So welcome YouTube, welcome back to the channel, and I'm going for a service and new shoes. A couple of issues to sort out in the electrics, but typically got up this morning, I've let it go for a few hours before I've actually come out because it was a hard frost this morning and all the snow and ice from the last few days was still around, but within the space of 3-4 hours it's just melted away, which is perfect. I've got a long ride, so and typically, you know, I was speaking to the dealership this morning about some of the issues on the traction and the ABS and the mode selector and everything else, and saying I don't want to leave the place until it's all sorted, I can't be coming back and all this, and he's like, brilliant, yeah, we'll sort it, and none of it's happened this morning. It's absolutely typical. So yeah, mode select on the fly. I'm in wet mode at the moment, but it's just I was just thinking it was going to be a long ride because it would be just skirted in between the lines of ice and slush, and the A55 in sections, which I'm going to jump on. Stay there, buddy. Thank you. The A55 has been closed, so that's my main route to Manchester really, so the back roads would have been a nightmare. So, but I think now they're all going to be open, so it's brilliant. So still sat there in the fields, but yeah, on the tarmac it's been fine. So I'm like really chuffed, really relieved. So yeah, so heading to Chester now. I'm going to stay with family tonight. It's sort of halfway, and then up early in the morning and then get to Manchester for 9. And then it's just going to be a long day still hanging around while they sort the service and the jobs, and brilliantly as well, they've said there's a recall on the stand, on the standard Desert X, but not on the Rally. Exactly the same bike. The bike sits too high, it sits too proud. It's fine if the bike isn't loaded, but the minute you put luggage on the bike, it teeters. It's literally on the verge of, so whenever you go away and you're in petrol forecourts or you want to just stand the bike, it's a nightmare because you've got to find a really, you know, adverse camber, and then once it, you know, was in the wind and the wind just took it, so it's not good. So I spoke to the guy and he said there's no recall on the Rally, unfortunately. So a side stand's £99 for the recalled version. So I wasn't going to spend that, but anyway, he said they think they've sorted that for me as well, so that'd be a good one to see what they're going to do with that. So yeah, exciting. I'm not bothered about the rain. I don't mind riding in the rain. I'd rather not, but it's better than riding in the ice for sure. It's still on the verge. I think there's a couple of sections on the 55 that will still be icy and slushy. Around by St Asaph, I don't know the hill, there's a long hill. That's always bad there. But I'll just take my time and sit behind the lorry and follow his line. But yeah, it's exciting. So I'm looking forward to getting up to Manchester. I'm looking forward to seeing the family tonight. All that good stuff. So I won't bore you with like miles of motorway. I'll just bring you on sections, then drop you into the dealership with me in the morning. But yeah, happy days. So excited. It's stupid, just a service and some new tyres. But yeah, still big kid at heart. So that's me out of the dealership now. Just got the bike back. Don't ask how much. But yeah, the new tyres look good. I'll spin the thing around and let you have a look. So there's the Trailmax Raids on it, looking good. So new shoes, always a good day. So out of the dealers now, and it was a bit more expensive than I thought, but the service, I didn't realise it needed pads as well, so it's had Obviously the full service brake pads and tyres. Where's he going? So I'm just scrubbing in these new tyres. So yeah, bike looks good with the tyres, doesn't it? Sorry, I'm just in. So yeah, I'm well chuffed with the look of them. So it's early days, obviously. They feel alright. There's no reverb on them or anything. I'm just always slightly nervous coming out of anywhere when you've had your tyres done, just in case they haven't tightened everything up properly. I have heard some horror stories. But no, I'm sure it's all good. And yeah, it's turned out to be a nice day, which is good. I wouldn't have liked to have travelled sort of a long distance on brand new tyres in icy conditions. So yeah, so fault with the ABS and traction control and the speedo was effectively, they're saying, it was showing errors on the software. I thought it might have been like one of the switch units, but they said it was a software issue. So it's they've done a factory reset and they've done some updates. So it's pretty confident, they say, that that's all going to get that sorted, which is good. They were saying as well, it's they're looking at sort of in the future doing where you can just plug your unit in and get updates on the fly. You don't have to go to dealerships and stuff, which sounds good idea. And cracking team there in Ducati Manchester, so thanks boys. And they've been on it solid since I got in there this morning. So there was a recall on the side stand. Not an official recall, but it's a known issue. And they tried to. Sorry, just the GPS here. It's froze. They were trying to put an older recall side stand on, see if that made any difference, but it was just too much of a lean. So there's just not enough issues to Ducati headquarters regarding, you know, the rally stand, but they are aware it's a problem. So until they actually create one, because the Ducati rally stands slightly higher than the standard, so the recall side stand for the standard was just a little bit too what's the word, not as long as it needed to be to get the right lean on the rally, so they had to go. So I appreciate that, boys, thanks. It's always good to get on this bike. Well, good morning YouTube. This is leg 2 of the journey home. It's not a long leg between Manchester and Chester, an hour and a half, but it's just good to stay with family. So I scrubbed in about 60 miles on the new tyres, and they feel like fine. Obviously the conditions are wet, cold and wet tarmac, so I'm not caning it, but on the motorway sections I was doing sort of bursts of like 80 mile an hour, and then trying to do some sort of like strong brakes, and tyres felt fine. No issues, no squirming at all. The only sort of observation I've got really is there's a very sort of slight reverb, sort of not a vibration so much, just you can feel that there's a little bit more aggressive tread on the bike than the than the Pirellis had. So these are 70-30. Sorry, these are 50-50, whereas the Pirellis are like 70-30, I think. So I've got about 2 hours ride. Forecast. And I hope you can hear me okay, because I'm wearing a balaclava, because it is icy cold, and I found it. So, and I noticed yesterday, just that leg to Manchester and back, my cheek, jowl and chin and back of my neck were frozen, and I don't think that's really good for you. Like the back of my neck give me a headache. It's that cold. So the Bally's on. And I've had this Bally for ages, and honestly I've had quite a few Ballys. This one is superb. It's the Scott one with the nose piece, and it's I think it's supposed to deflect any warm air coming up into your visor anyway. But it's super comfy. I don't like full face Ballys. I like the eye slot. It's all personal choice, isn't it? So I've had all variations. Although there's some of these modern ones now appearing on YouTube and Insta that are sort of got, I don't know what you call it, like a plastic mouth area, or like a rubberized mouth area, sealed into the Bally. And they look quite cool, very futuristic. But this Scott one, I can't remember the name of it. I'll put it up on the screen. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, I've had it a few years now, and it is, yeah, it's really good Bally. Just, you know, it doesn't matter what temperatures it is. It just doesn't let anything in. I mean, I can literally notice the difference now after 10 minutes on the bike. And the difference is amazing, but hopefully because the mic is in the visor mouth guard area, so obviously there might be a slight muffling now because I'm behind the balaclava. And I meant to clean my visor and I forgot, so the visor's currently salted up with dried overnight salt water and whatever else on the road. That's one of the things I need to do when I get back as well, before the snow hits. So the forecast is heavy. We've had an amber alert for all my area. Well, I think the country's had alerts everywhere for snow, but Mid Wales, North Wales is going to get it pretty hard. You reckon like 1.5 foot, 2 feet of snow. So but I'm just keen to, when I do get back, is I want to give the bike a good clean, because it's you know, all these main roads I've been on, they've been well gritted and salted, and you can just see it all over the bike engine. It's just all white, and that residue that you know and love. So there's a Harley guy just gone past, didn't wave. We were just talking about that on the forum. I mean, look, there's no bikers out, there's just me and him, and he doesn't wave. Shame. So yeah, so give the bike some TLC. It's cost me enough yesterday. Still reeling, but it's good to get the bike back 100%. And I'm hoping I've caught McDonald's for a sausage McMuffin before they stop doing them. I think they stop at 12, don't they, or 11? I don't know. I hadn't thought about it until sort of half an hour ago. I wasn't really in a race to get away, so. And then as soon as I did think about it, I couldn't get out the door quick enough. I thought, once it's in your head that you're going to get a sausage McMuffin and a nice cappuccino or something, I was like, oh, come on. And then, yeah, so always fun. Right, well, I'll bring you back on the journey, and we're heading into more interesting roads. But yeah, stay with me on this one. So that's done. Starting to slowly rain now, but I don't mind. It's treated. I've just put a silicone coat on the tank and the side fairings and the front, but and then the rest has been treated with motorcycle protectants. But yeah, so it's looking good. Proper pleased. So yeah, put the bike away now. But what do you think? What do you think of the new tyres? Do you think it looks rad on it? I'm chuffed. So, but yeah, so big service, proper clean up. Well happy, and well happy with those as well. Excellent. Looking good. Oh, gleaming, apart from the rain coming down. But it gets stored away, so excellent. Well, that's the bike all done. It looks sweet, so I'm really chuffed with that. Back to showroom, so it looks amazing. But I just thought I'd give you an overview of the tyre choice, why I've gone for the Dunlop Trailmax Raids. So by now you'll have already picked that up on the video. But essentially, lots of people were giving me feedback on the Pirelli standard stock tyre for the rally. really, really great tarmac tyre, no issues at all with it. But off-road, I mean, they're like a 70/30, and off-road, you suddenly get into a little bit of mud. The back tyre just became like a slick, and you really felt it was squirming everywhere. It wasn't didn't give you like a lot of confidence or like good feedback. It was just, you just felt like the back end was going to go, not the front end, but the back end for sure. And people commented saying switch to the Trailmax, they're really suited for the bike and things like this. So, and then I did research. Oh, you appreciate all the comments, and then I did research as well, and they were just coming back with like, yeah, these are designed right. So I've gone for the Trailmax Raids, and effectively the science behind it is they've been purposely designed and engineered for big bike 50/50 use, obviously tarmac and trail, and they've put a lot of research into it, and AI's gone into it and everything else. But there's a sort of a multi-tread compound that they've used, so it's essentially sort of a lot harder on the centre rim, and then softer on the outer rims, and then that's to give you sort of longevity on the tarmac miles, getting to places. So if you go to the likes of TET in Europe or ACT, you know, that's big tarmac distances. So you don't want the sort of soft rubber that the enduro bikes tend to have, just to wear down really quick. So there's this multi-compound tread gives you that longevity on the centre spine, and as I say, softer on the outer edges to really get that sort of feedback on the trails and things like that. It's got large centre blocks which are designed to obviously bite into the trail, and at the same time big excavation channels that sort of to get rid of the muck, and they just really feel good. You know, I did was 150 miles back from Manchester, and they felt just really amazing. So that's brand new tyres. It was a cold run, the wet tarmac, and there was no squirming, there was no wandering at all. I was going around bends, I was hitting 80-mile-an-hour bursts on the motorway. I was doing some braking, really just hard braking, just to test front and back, just to test how they were feeling on that cold tarmac, and they were just brilliant. So very, very quickly got confident that, you know, on the tyres, even though they were brand new, not even really scrubbed in. They're scrubbed in now, I'd imagine, but they weren't, and yeah, they just felt really good. So at the moment, really enjoying them. They look aggressive. There's a very slight reverb. I've mentioned it a few times on some of the videos I've done, but you are riding more aggressive knobbly, so you know, undoubtedly going to get that. It's imperceivable. Is that the word? Imperceivable. I keep trying to do big words and I shouldn't. Imperceivable. It means I didn't really notice it, but there's a very, very, very slight reverb, and that's the only thing to date. I have to get up to about half a mile of track here, and there's 3 tracks, and I just opened it up coming down when I got home, and effectively where on the Pirellis I'd maybe feel a little bit more cautious, I just wanted to see how it bit into the trail, and honestly the feedback was amazing. It just sort of planted me around one of the sections here and just kept me going. There was no wandering, no movement. It just, you could just feel it bite in and just take me where I wanted to take. So I was really like, yes, oh my god, yes. So can't wait to get it on a proper track. But at the moment, that's why I've gone with them. And yeah, and there's a stiffer carcass as well. So they're designed to take a heavy bike, heavy rider, and also gear. So, you know, you've got luggage on. So that stiffer carcass is obviously, they've thought about it, and they've gone for one that will take the weight, long distance trail, long distance tarmac carrying weight. So all in all, at the moment, really, really pleased with the choice. They look superb on the bike, and they, as I say, at the moment, they're handling really, really well. You know, 150 mile cold, wet tarmac, brand new, brilliant. Not an issue at all. No unnervy moments at all. So at the moment, really, really pleased. In terms of cost, so obviously I did it through main dealers only because they were doing other jobs as well. And shout out to Ducati, like the guys there are just superb. But they cost about 110 for the front and about 150 for the rear, and then there's VAT on that as well. and then there was fitting as well. I think they charged me an hour for fitting. So all in all, around £400 for the set, and that's on par. When I've looked on par, they're all around 300 for the tyres. So yeah, so that it is what it is. I should get sort of like 10,000 miles on them. So ideally, sort of maybe another year or two, just depending on use, isn't it? But I think it's just a wear and tear item. You've just got to resign yourself that you've got to buy these things. So yeah, I'm really chuffed. And Ducati sorted out the electronic issues as well. So there was 3 ECU updates that needed doing. There was nothing wrong with the relays or anything. And again, been absolutely perfect running back. And it's had a service, so it's good as new, and now it looks fantastic as well. So it's all good. So I'm going to do. I'm keen to get out on a camp, so I'm going to take you down to the Clin this week or next, and that'll be the next video. Just get a camp out really, and then I've been asked to do a review on the Ducati. So I've had it from when they first came out. So the first season of the Ducati rally, not the standard. So I'll do the review on the bike, real world review on like nearly 2 years ownership and some big trips and things like that. So keen to do that, but I want to get a camp out first, and won't be probably going on any trails so much. I mean, you can't see, but the mountains here are all still white and icy. It's thawed now. I'm lower down by the sea, so it's thawed by the sea. But yeah, it's all good. So thank you very much for staying this far. Hopefully it's not been a boring one. I've been really excited about it. So it's like new shoes and getting the bike electronics sorted and all that. So it's we're just big kids, aren't we? But yeah, appreciate it, and appreciate all the comments as well. So thank you very much, and here's the next one.